See, that's where the brooch would have gone across.
Got to show you this. Jane came out yesterday. I was busy, so I couldn't come. But look, I think this is probably the best thing that between us we've ever found. And Jane found it yesterday. Isn't that stunning? It's about 1.5, 2 inches.
Not quite.
Couldn't work out if it's petals or if it's... In fact, it does look like it's got a ridge down it as if it was a petal.
It's definitely got patterns.
But it looks a bit like a snake because of the lines in it, as if it's the scales.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely got patterns on it.
Oh, that is just stunning. So no pressure then. We need to find some of them today. And I did think to myself, right, what we should be saying is, oh, I hope I find some nails. And then perhaps the powers that be go, do you know what? We're not going to let them find nails. We'll just let them find coins and artefacts. So
I slightly pressed it and washed it off.
Oh, that is I bet you've been... God, I would have creamed myself.
Well, I couldn't, because I was...
Wow.
I couldn't really see the details. And then after I'd seen the detail...
did you jump up and down?
I was too worried to do... I just put it safely away, and then I kept thinking, no, it can't be. You know, I was too frightened to think that it was probably when I got it cleaned up.
Yeah.
That only just because it was full of mud, and I just lightly done it.
Yeah.
You know, because I knew it wouldn't hurt. Because that's exactly
that is
now how it came. That bit of green that's left was exactly how it came out the ground. Nothing's been rubbed off, as you can see.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still see the
stunning. So, no pressure today.
No pressure today.
No pressure today.
No whatsoever.
It's not freezing today, thank God. I mean, the wind's a bit chilly, but I got three pairs of thermal socks. I've just ordered myself a pair of fleece-lined wellies.
Yeah.
I've got this, a thermal top and a thermal vest underneath this. Because I thought, if I'm cold, I'm going to be miserable. But I was so relieved when I got up this morning at one icy. I can't believe how many people stop there for a pee. That's about 4 since we've been here. Well, this is my first hole of the day on a 15. And look what I found. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Oh, look at that. Must be a little pony one. I don't know if it is medieval because it's quite wide, which is like the medieval ones, but I'm not sure what's going on here. But I suppose if they hand forged them, perhaps they did it, you know, so accurately. There's a little notch out there. So, yeah, I'm chuffed with that. The signal was going all over the place, but it sort of settled on a 15, so that's where I dug. Oh, I'm chuffed with that. Lovely. I like finding horseshoes. Because a little pony had that on their feet. And, you know, when someone's touched it, felt it, loved it, lost it, whatever, it's kind of special, I think. So yeah, that's a good sign for the day. I'm up for it. Right, I just thought I'd bring you in on this one. I've just got a 21, 28 going on. It's in here somewhere. I turn it on. I know. Usually that does help, doesn't it, if you turn it on first. But it was 21, 23. Yes! Got a coin!
Hey, what have you got?
I don't know. Well, unless it's a button without the knob. Very thin.
Huh?
It's very thin. But I ain't got a knob, so it might not be. God, back of my neck's bloody drafty. Do you reckon it's a coin?
Yeah.
Is it a button? Is it a coin?
I'd say it's coin, definitely. Let it dry out and
Yeah.
first. Don't wet it or anything.
No.
It's definitely a coin.
Fab! That was a good start, wasn't it? And that was going like 21, 23, 28, 25.
I know.
And I thought, I'm digging it.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
Way, well done.
Hey! Chuffed with that. Chuffed as a heart. Second hole today. See, just goes to show. Jane's already done this land, but we always miss bits. So Jane found that beautiful brooch next door, and that's on an area that we'd already done. So, yeah. So I think I can just about make out a head. So it could be a William III, but I will let you know when we get back to base, and I'll give it a good clean up. So I'm really, really chuffed with that. Here! Do you reckon that's because I said we want to find nails? I said earlier, perhaps if we said we want to find nails today, it might turn around and give us other stuff. Oh, fabby doozy. Okay, you know the other day I said that I wouldn't dig another 14 and I carry on digging them. This is why I keep digging them. I've just found a button. Look at that. I can't see if there's any writing on the underside at the moment, but I'll give it a wipe when we get back to HQ. So, it's quite brassy, or, you know, I don't know what it's made of yet, but we'll have to have a look when we get back. So this is why I carry on digging 14s. And this was just under the surface. How lovely. We love a button. Okie dokie. Look what I just found. Ha ha ha. I've got film to start with. Look. Lovely buckle. Unfortunately, it didn't have the bit attached to it. Now I need to look up really on me. Need to ask Jane actually, because she's got a book that tells you what sort of era it was. Could have come off a horse's rein or something. Could have come off a person, but chuffed with that. So far so good today. I'm getting some good finds. So fun dabby doozy. Right. Now I just found this. I don't really know what it is. It's like there's so much mud in it. On the outside it looks a bit like is it a bottle top? Is it a bottle top? It's got like a rim. I don't know if you see the pattern there. Slight, almost like a bottle top, isn't it? So it could be. First of all, I thought it was a shotgun cartridge, but no, because of the dent in the top. But yeah, it was a bit different anyway, isn't it? Bit different than having a nail all the time. So yeah, cool. Cool. Well, I just asked St. Anthony if he could please give me a coin or a thimble or a buckle or something someone's treasured and lost. And he came up trumps again. Look at that. Now, I don't know if this one's from a horse rein or something, or I'm not quite sure. I need to look in Jane's book of buckles, because she's got a buckle book. So that's 2 buckles I found today, which is just fab. I've also found a lot of crud as well. But you know, that's to be expected. It's farmer's field, so yeah. Absolutely chuffed to nuts with that. It's been a really good day so far. So bring it on, St. Anthony. Any coins, thimbles, buckles, brooches, rings, coins, anything other than just boring metal. So let's see what he does in a minute. Right, I just had a 13 signal. And look at what it was. And it was going on for ages. It said it was quite close to the top, but then I had to dig right down. But then look at that. It's got like a greeny, bluey tinge. I think it's a button. Yep, definitely a button. I think it could be quite old as well. The back is... Can't really see it very well. I'll have to give it a bit of a clean when we get back. Oh, actually, it could be quite modern, to be honest. Hang on. You can see that. It's just like a little hole there. But on the other side, I don't want to rub it too much in case there is some writing on there. Lovely colour and a very unusual shape. Like an oval. So yeah, I like that. Nice. Right, so anyway, this signal was 38, 16, 17, 18, 19, 24, and then it went up to 38. And I nearly gave up on it because I kept going deeper and deeper and deeper. But another button. And the back's come off it, I think. Like that, look, can you see? So something snapped off there, I think, the loop that you actually put the cotton through. But it's not much interesting on the other side, but I'll give it a good clean up and we can see what's what. I don't know if it's focusing in very well. But no, I don't like it too close, I don't think. So anyway, that was good. I nearly forgot, because as you can see, it's a deep hole. So I nearly gave up, and then it just happened to be, I must have pushed it out, and then it was on the top. So, fab. Okay, so I've been here for the last half an hour, digging flipping good holes. Ooh. And guess what I got out of it? A washer. Tiny little washer. You do find that sometimes this sort of thing can lead you on a merry dance. Jane's just had a similar one over there. Blimey, how did she get down there so quick? She had a similar one over there with signals all over the place. 14s, 16s, 23s, everything. And then all you get is a washer. So, not very exciting, but I just thought I'd share that with you because we don't always get good things, you get rubbish along the way. And anyone else who says that they don't must be extremely lucky or very talented. So, hey-ho. Alrighty. Okay, I've just dug a 15. And I know it's not very exciting, but it's a little bit different. It's some kind of washery type. I think it's more of a rivet. Because if you look, it's like sandwiched. It's like two sandwiched together. So I have to do a little bit more research on it, but I mean, it could be. It looks almost like it could be patterned, but I'd have to sort it out when I get home. I don't know if you can see very well on the screen, but anyway, it made a change. I asked St. Anthony to help me to find something other than a nail. So this is what he gave me. So it's one step up, isn't it? Okay, so I'll keep digging. Well, I was saying the other day that I'm fed up with digging 14s because all I ever get is crud. I've just dug on a 14, and as you can see, it's not that hole even. Really clean signal. But, we like that. Gently. I know there's definitely a pattern. Do you know, I honestly thought it had more of a pattern than that. But we love finding buttons. Somebody's worn it, loved it, lost it. You imagine how inconvenient it was in those days. Didn't have zips, did we? So, still a nice little find. But when I got it out of the ground, I swore it was really ornate on the top. But it was just the mud. It's a shame. But, hey, at least it's a button, so that's going to go in my treasure. Okay, so I just dug a 23, 27. I don't want to bore you too much with me actually digging the holes. So, and I've just found a coin. I'm so excited. Right, let's put some more light on the subject. I haven't even rubbed it yet. It's a bit interesting. See that very well. Almost makes me think, you know, like those, in fact, it has got a ship on it. I'm so, oh, it's a blinking penny, isn't it? Date. 1917. Oh, at least it's old. I can see the word penny. See that a bit better? A bit like a cutty sark or something. It's difficult to try and get the right light for you. Yeah. Chuffed with that. Defo. I think it says 1917, so I'll have to look into it. Great. That's really spurred me on a bit more now. Ha ha! Keep digging. I've only just dug the hole. See that? It's weird. It's like shaped a bit like an M. And it's still got a bit of down there. It's got like a triangular hole in the middle. Yeah, could be part of a brooch or a buckle, I suppose. I need to look in my book. The other side's not giving much more away, I'm afraid. So yeah, a little bit more interesting, isn't it? There's certainly life in this field, I have to say. We found some lovely little different things, but fab. Loving it. Okay, so I just dug a 13 in this hole, and look what I got. Wow, isn't that a beaut? That's a bit of a small show horse, because I found one like probably twice the size of that in the other field opposite. Oh, look at that. That's just lovely. Oh, I'm so pleased with that. I know I found a lovely horseshoe last week, if you remember. Really old pony one. More medieval looking, because the medieval ones are a lot wider. This is quite a modern one, but wow. Loving it. I'm getting so much out of this field. It just makes me smile. You know, there was so much life here. So yeah, chuffed with that. Right, I just thought I'd show you this. Like, it's been giving me the runaround. Crazy, 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 crazy. And that's what I get. Tiny bit of nail. Just thought I'd share that. I like it sometimes when you just find something right on the top of the soil, basically, or just a little tiny bit under. And I knew it wasn't very much because it was on a 10. But I know we get the normal crud, but a crud with a little hole in it is a little bit more interesting than normal crud, rather than just a solid bit of metal. So obviously had a specific purpose. So a bit more interesting than an ordinary nail. And it was on the top, virtually, as you can see. I'd already took anything out. In fact, I'll put it back in you. You'd never know I was here. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so a bit more interesting. Let's keep digging. Right, so I've just dug probably the deepest hole I've ever dug. So it led me a right merry dance, but I got that. Now, it could be a bit off a tractor, but you know what my imagination's like? I reckon I can imagine that with a clip going through it, or a bit of wire going through it, as like something you put on your toga. That's just because of my imagination, you know. I'd like to try and think of how things could have been used in history. But just because it's a little bit more different than a normal washer. I don't know if you can see very well, but it seems to be like another rim round it, and maybe even some decoration, I'm not sure. So to me, it's something you use to put clothing together. That's my theory. Probably a bit of a tractor, but then we like to let our imaginations run away with this every now and then, don't we? Daydream. So that's how I'm going to think of it. So yeah, quite nice, but my goodness me, it made me work for it. Yeah, so I'll keep digging. Right, so I just thought I'd have a little bit of a route around before we go today because the light's fading. And I just found this little thing. I've no idea what it is. I think it could be a button because it's so difficult when you've got these gloves on like this. But It looks like it's a little bit pointed. I don't know if you can see that. Almost like a teardrop. It looks like it could be a button from the other side. It's difficult to show you in this light. But once I get it cleaned up, I'll show you. So later on tonight, I'll do another video and I'll show you what I've got and what it looks like. Because Jane had a weird thing. She nearly didn't take it home with her. But when she actually cleaned it up, it was a fridge magnet with Kuala Lumpur on it. Have you ever heard of anything so weird? And found in the middle of a field, of all places. But there you go. I don't think that Saxons and people like that ever went to Kuala Lumpur, let alone had a fridge magnet, let alone out of a fridge. So yeah, I'll clean this up later because it's intriguing. And we'll see, I'm all mucky at the moment. And then we'll see what it is. So, nice, cute. Lovely day, blue skies, bit blowy. This came out on a 15, but it took me quite a while to sort things through. I kept losing the signal because at the end of the day, this it was. A little tiny... Okay, bye for now, guys. Okay, so you're probably sick of me hearing about buttons. But I do enjoy finding them. And yeah, I've literally just dug on a 15, 16, 17. And I was just about to give up. And then I got a solid 18. And I got another button. I don't know if it's the same type. I'll have to check with the other one when I get back to base. But yeah, I don't know if there's any... I don't think there is. We do love a button. Well, I do. I'm sick and tired of them by now. But yeah, it's a boring one, I'm afraid. It's not patterned or anything. And I don't think it's got any weight on the back, so it's probably not military. But we still like a button, because button means life. And life means there's finds. I just wish I could find, you know, where they kept all their nice things, you know. Their luxuries, their coins, their jewellery, brooches, their buckles. We like a buckle. Their buckles. And I want a bit of a ridge here, so it's weird. Yeah, but anyway, I love buttons, so I don't mind finding buttons. It's better than finding nails. So, alright, purse up your way. Yes, onward. Okay, guys, still in the field, still in Simon 8, what we call. Had a lot of different signals. Aluminium, copper coming up. This was a 19 and it was a really strong signal and I really didn't expect anything. And then there we go. We've got a coin. Not able to see at the moment what the coin is, of course. Needs to be dried out, etc. But it's definitely a coin. I don't think it's that old, but it is quite thin. Bye, guys. Okay, so this one was 17. And I thought, oh, I'll do it because it's literally just under the surface. I've had a lot of agricultural detritus, as I call it, today already. So, yeah, so got a medieval horseshoe. I think it's medieval because it's a little bit wider than normal. But we always like a horseshoe, and we have found quite a few in this field. But also a lot of crud. So, just keep digging. Okay, so I just got a well bounced around signal, 17, 18. The hat keeps falling off. I knitted this, you know. Whenever I knit, which isn't very often, I start off with like however many stitches it tells you to have. And then by about the third row, I've either got 15 too many or 60 less. But hey ho, does the job. It's like a little beanie. I'm not cut out for doing knitting, obviously. Right, back to business. Right, so as you can see, it's quite a deep hole. But as I was searching for it, look what it is. It's a button. Now this was banging all over the place. Buttons tend to come up on a 15, but not always. but I asked St. Anthony if he could help me to find a button or a coin or something else somebody else had lost and loved. And there it is, straight after the next hole. He comes through every time. Well, not every time, but you know what I mean. Quite plain on the front, I think, until I clean it up, but it does look a little bit plain. Can't really see yet until I've used my little toothbrush. So yeah, that's going to go in my good pocket, and I'm going to keep digging. Okay, so I dug a few, you know, I said on that last hole had lots of different signals, but it turned out there was lots of different things. It wasn't just the button. I got part of a horseshoe and a couple of nails out of it. So that explains why it was giving me so many signals. So anyway, I just dug this 13, which was really strong, and got something I've not seen before. So whether you can help me or not, I don't know. Bear with. Right. Now, as you can see, it's quite an unusual shape. Looks a bit green, so it could well be copper. Incidentally, I was asking St. Anthony if I could find something that was worn on the body, and it gave me this. So, but on the back, do you see there's like a couple of, it looks like there should be almost like a safety pin, you know, when it goes around and then locks. It almost looks like that. Let's see what it's like the other way. I'll have to get the toothbrush out on it. But yeah, different. And I like different because it's fun actually having to do the research on it and find out what it is. So I'll get back to you and I'll keep digging. Okay, I thought I'd bring you in on this one because it's in this clump. So I thought you might be interested. Ooh. It can't be that easy, can it? Oh, what's that? Right. Oh, goody. Is it aluminium? No. Ugh. Hang on a sec. Might be just a bit of aluminium. It's quite shiny, isn't it? If you can see that. It is quite bendy, but it almost looks like something's in half. But it doesn't actually look like aluminium. I wonder if it's a coin in half. I think what I'll do is I'll clean it off, wait for it to dry out a bit, and then I'll clean it off and just see what it is. It could be just a bit of crud, someone's sandwich wrapper or something. But it's rather shiny. It could be a coin in half. I don't know. So I'll put it in my special pocket, and then we'll have a look in a minute when it's dried out a bit. I'll keep digging. Hello, back again. Okay, I'm just bringing you in on this one because I think I got a coin. I literally just asked St. Anthony, please, can I have a coin? And I think I might have just found one. I haven't taken it out yet, so I wanted you to be with me when I do. So here goes. Right, so as promised, I think I got a coin. I did say a button or a coin, but I think it might be a coin. That's what I'd like to think anyway. Sir? Oh no, I thought I saw it. Oh, is it on? Yeah. Oh no! I could have sworn I saw a coin. Oh! Eehee! Oh God, I don't want to be found. Oh, blimey! Grass keeps getting stuck around my hand. Is it a button? It's a button. Okay, I don't mind. I don't mind. Sorry, I got this scarf around my neck and it's choking me. Now, it's quite an old one, so can't see what's on the front at the moment, but I'll let it dry out and then give it a... Oh, this thing's choking me. Give it a dry out and see what it's got on there, because sometimes they have writing on underneath, around the back. which is quite unusual. I don't know why they did it, unless it's just military buttons. I'm not an expert on buttons, but we do find quite a few, and I don't know, it's quite special to find a button, you know, because you had to make, do, and mend years ago. We should be doing it now, really, but, you know, it's a make, do, and mend mentality, so losing a button was like yet another load of darning that needed doing. So it's quite special, really, I think. And, yeah, love it. St. Anthony came through again. So I'm going to keep digging. But I thought I'd bring you along with this one because it's not too much digging, so I won't bore you to death, hopefully. Let's get Percy ready. Yeah, it's literally showing 10, 11, 10, 11. I just had a signal, didn't I? Oh, what am I like? Ah. Oh, I wonder where you've gone. Jane's been for a wee-wee. So, she's been showing her bum to the public. Try to do the bloody fingers round my neck. Right. Yeah, I was making me way back for a cuppa anyway. It's got to be in here. Picking up my ring, was it? Oh, this is going to be... I brought you into this one because it was going to be quick. Oh. Oh, it's in here. Oh. Look. There's another button. Oh my god. Oh, fab. Oops. Look at that one. That's old. Oops. Oh no. Oh, I thought I'd lost them. That's the trouble when you got your gloves all sticky like this. You see the back of it? It's got, if I turn it around that way, you might be able to see it a little bit better. See? And that's how you know it's old. It's got like a ring. If I just put it down like that and hope I don't drop it. Do you see there's like a little ring there? So, and it looks like there might be some writing underneath. If it is, that'd be fab. Don't look like it's got anything on the front. But, oh, fab. Brilliant. I'm chuffed with that. Oh, yeah. Put it in a special pocket. Right, so this hole here, as you can see, led me a merry dance. God, let's take this thing off. Right. I got so much mud on my boots. My boots are so heavy. This is very sticky ground. It's very hard to get a nice clean dig, unfortunately. But it was giving me 16, 17, 18. Right, and I thought, oh, it's worth it. It was 4 deep. Well, that is a little bit more than 4 deep, but hey-ho. So it was 4 deep. And I was digging and digging and digging. And, oh, my back. It's killing me. But it wasn't. Then it went 32 and 29. I was thinking, oh, right, it's a bit of tin, bit of crud. But anyway, so I've literally probably been doing this for about 6, 7 minutes, actually, which doesn't sound long, but it is when you're digging. And got another button. I must admit, I do get excited when I see that shape, obviously, because I think, oh, could it be a coin? I'd love to find a Roman hammered. I would love to do that. Some of the detectorists just go, oh, hammereds, yeah. Well, you remember your first one, and then after that, you lose count. I'd just love to find one. So I suppose it comes with experience. So that's the front. So I don't think there's anything on there, but I won't know till I dry it off. And then, because with copper, you're not supposed to put it under a tap. So never put it under a running tap. Just wait for it to dry, wait for the mud to go dry, and then use a very, very fine toothbrush. What I use is a children's one. So because they're very, very soft, you know, the sort of ones that's suitable for like a 2-year-old, that sort of thing. Look at the sunshine now. It's best sunshine we've had all day. Look at those clouds up there. We know it's time to go home when the birds come over because they do their little swoopy thing before they go to roost. It's amazing. Amazing to watch them. Look at the state of Percy. Bless him. Hello and welcome. This morning we are in S8. We're revisiting S8. Jane's got a new news. She's got a cheat metal detector, I have to say. It's a joke. And I've got my new wellies on. So I'm chuffed, because if my feet are cold, I hate it. And the other day, I didn't even feel safe walking home. Didn't really feel safe driving home because my feet were so numb. So, yeah, so I treated myself to some new wellies with my birthday money and Christmas money because I was a good girl. And so I'm trying them out today. So if they're any good, I will put the link in the description, because there's nothing worse than having your feet cold, is it? So anyway, onward. Right, I thought I'd take you with me on this one because it's not that deep. So we'll just have a look, you see. I'm struggling a bit tight. Come on, you said it wasn't deep. Do me a favour. That's why I brought you in on this one, because I thought at least you can see what I'm doing. See, it's so stony. Right, just check it's still there in the hole. Shh. Aha. Tis in there. Right, let's have a look. Come to mummy. I think there might be a couple of things going on here, because it was 13, then it was 17, 18, so it might be. Come on, where have you gone? I just had a signal. Oh, okay, it's down there. I was getting all excited then. Oh, bit of copper. That's funny, because usually it gives me a really high signal when it's copper. I think it's copper. Looks like copper. In fact, there might even be something on there, but I'm not sure. I'll put it in my pocket, my special pocket that I have for things that I want to delve deeper on, so I can pass it on to you if I find anything out, because then it helps you learn at the same time, doesn't it? So when you go on your metal detecting journey, you can say, oh, Debbie said that was X, Y or Z, and then you'll learn from it, because we're learning all the time. You never know what you're going to find. Right, always check your hole. I'm telling you, always check your hole. Right, oh, that was me. And you'll never know I was here. I like to be able to put it in sort of as I found it, you know what I mean? But sometimes it's really hard. But once you tread it in, it should be right. Yeah, all the wormies that do their work. It must be very good soil around here, actually, because there's lots of worms. Because you get so much of it on your boots end up so heavy. I feel like I've got 2 bags of sugar on my feet. It's that bad. Okay, wormies, do your business. Well, you get it on your, your spade and Percy, Bless his heart. And then this gets heavy because this is like glue. Really is like glue, the mud. So, oh God. Yeah, so load of crud, but I might see if there is something interesting on there. Probably not, but we'll have a look. So keep digging. Time to go home in a minute, so have a nice cup of tea. Right, I thought I'd take you with me on this one. Unfortunately, the freaking video didn't work. I'd already got it out. So I was going to take you with me on it, but it was on a 13, very strong 13, and I honestly thought it was going to be like a nail, because it was just, end of the day. I thought I'd just do it for fun, because it was only a 13, but, oh, come on, these gloves are so thick. So it's a button. It's a button. So I won't rub it too much, because I think it's copper. Can't see anything on the front yet, but I need to get it underneath the light box to have a look, really. I don't want to rub it too much. Oh. There might even be a pattern on it. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and get it out. I don't know if it's going to be staying in focus. There might even be a little pattern on it. I did get a button the other day and it had like a flower in the middle. So this might be something similar. I think that was in this field, or it might have been the one over, but it all belongs to the same person. So it could have even been you know, off the same jacket or trousers or whatever. Not sure of the age yet. I need to have a look. It might not be that old, but I can't really see. But hey, that's 4 or 5 buttons I found today. That's unheard of. This field has been so good to us. And I'm going over ground that Jane's already done. And we're doing a lot of extra ground that we've already done. Because you're going to miss things, you know, and because there's so much activity here and so many buttons and buckles and coins and stuff, there was obviously a lot of life here. So we thought, you know, because it's bad weather at the moment, we've had a lot of rain, etc. So the areas around here are still under floodwater. So we thought, well, you know, we're not flooded out here too much, so we'll carry on finishing these fields off, so we know we've done them to death, sort of thing. And then we'll move on to the next permission. But yeah, we've both been so lucky here. So, you know, and we've been so lucky to have the permissions in the first place, because it's very difficult to get permissions. Oh, sorry, Percy. Oh, sorry, baby. Got you. You got to talk to your tools, you know, because then they look after you. So I must do it. I do abuse him sometimes because the amount of crud that he's got on him. But there's no way you can keep your Percy tight, clean when you're dipping in the mud here. So yeah, I'm gonna see what it is. Wait till it dries, brush it off, and then I'll see what it is and share it with you. Okay, doodle pip. Okay, I thought I'd bring you in on this one because it's not deep. Yay! So I've just done the bleepy bit, actually. Let's get Percy in there. I can't see what you can see. Hang on, bear with me. It's usually 22, 23 is a coin, but I don't hold out much hope. What's that? That's a nice big lump, isn't it? Full of mud. Looks like a little bit more agricultural detritus. Yeah. Never mind. Give off such a good signal too. But then aluminium does give off a good signal, so... But it does feel really heavy, so it could be lead. Might be part of a pipe. Couldn't it? Yeah, but we'll carry on, because I've got a few more signals on this, on the hole next to it as well, so... come here. Can't find me hole. Come on. Oh, come on. Behave. Oh, I tell you, wearing these big gloves, it's all very well keep you warm, but they ain't much good at nothing else. Right, so I said it's all rocky as well. It really makes it hard work. It's probably another bit of crud, if that bit of crud's anything to do with. I'm not going that deep, Derek. I'm not going that deep. No, right, it's made me mind up. I'm not doing that. It's too deep, and it's right near a gateway, so this is where farmers usually chuck a load of crud, obviously to stop the tractors from, to stop the tractors from sinking. So it's not a good idea to do around the gateway. So there's a gateway there, if you see. So yeah, so I think we move over a tad and start there. Okay, so I just had a 15, and I had loads of deep holes that I didn't bother filming because I gave up in the end. They were just too ridiculous. So I've just done this 15, and I thought I'd show you this because you might come across some yourself. Now, it feels like it's got a bit of weight in it. Apparently, you see it's got like a slightly pointed, well, not slightly, but it's got a pointed end here. And apparently they are sack seals. And what they used to do was write on there what it was, say flour, different kinds of flour, rice, beans, whatever. And then they used to seal the sack with a piece of lead so that you knew what was in it. Apparently. I will double check that. But yeah, Jane had one the other day and she researched it and found out that that was what it was. So this could well be, which is another sign of life, which is all good. So, yep. carrying on. Right, I thought I'd let you in on this one because it wasn't that deep. And I literally just found it and found that my phone didn't record. So I do apologise because I've already got it out. But it was 18, 19, 20. So I thought, right, I'll give it a go. And I've got a lovely button. You know we love a button. I think it's a plain one. It did look like there was some writing on there, but I think it's plain. Don't want to rub it too much. But there's the back of it, so it shows it's really old. So yeah, really, really pleased with that. I was just about to think I'm going to give up and go on a different field, next door field, because there's still a little bit in there I haven't finished off. But I've just found a button, so that cheers me up no end. Fab. Well, just to explain a little bit, this is what happens when you're digging lots of holes, when you find a bit of tin. Tin is the worst thing. I used to think aluminium was, but tin drives you potty. Well, it's a nice green bit for a change. I suppose that gives a bit of variety. But yeah, a bit of tin. And look at Meows. And look at Percy. There you go. Poor thing. Bless his heart. Yeah, so onward. Righty-ho. I thought I'd bring you in on this one because it was Percy managed to find it on the surface, so it can't be very deep. And there's probably a load of crud. You never know. I love it when it's in a clod like this because the suspense is quite exciting. Oh, really? For a 16, it was a really good 16 signal as well. Never mind. We'll keep digging. Okay, so this is my next hole within about 30 seconds of finding the button. And it must be in here. 6, 7, 8. Should I turn it on? Yeah. 6, 7, 8. Come on, Percy, do your thing. Oh. Ooh. No. No. Do you know? 6, 7, 8, you'd think, well, 0 to 5 is usually iron anyway. So you think 6, 7, 8, it's going to be a load of crud. Which I suppose if you think of buttons as crud. Is it buttoned? Yeah, it's a buttoned. Do you know what I thought for a minute it might have been a coin? Oh, how good would that have been? Yeah. Sort of slightly indented, so it might be one that's a little bit more interesting. Don't want to rub it too much. But you can see from the back that it's a button. Well, I think it's a button. Need to clean it up a bit. But look. And that was on a... Make sure it is. And that was on a 6, 7, 8. So it just goes to show, doesn't it? You have to dig... Well, I think you have to dig all your holes. Especially when you're learning, and I'm still learning, and I think even the most advanced people still learn. You know, it depends what ground you're on. Yours might be a bit different machines. So what I tend to do is if I get a really true signal, in other words, it might go 7, 8, 9, but it'll carry on doing 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, or 6, 7, 8, I think it was. Beg your pardon. 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. If it went 6, 24, 36, 5, I probably wouldn't bother digging it. But that's the reward of digging a 6, 7, 8. So, and it takes a while for you to get used to your machines. Okay, my special pouch for all my special things. I was just on my way back to camp because I left my headphones back there. So we're trying to use headphones because when we start going to rallies, you don't want to bother other people, you know. So what we're going to do is make sure that we get used to wearing the headphones, get used to pairing them, etc., etc., etc. And then when we go on the rallies, we're not bothering anybody. And they do say that if you wear your headphones, you can hear the signals a little bit more carefully. I mean, there's a lot of traffic here. a lot of noise around us. So you might not hear the signal that good. So, just looking at the grass. Yeah, so you might not hear the signal that good, but if you've got your headphones on, you concentrate on it a lot more. So we're getting used to wearing our headphones. And I left mine at base camp when we had a cup of tea. So I'm going on my way back now. Okay, I still haven't got back to base camp. Base camp's over there. And I had yet another signal. But yeah, look at that. Now, it was jumping all over the place, so I nearly didn't dig it. It was going like 22, 23, 35, back down to 24, 23, all bouncing over those things. So it's copper. I think it's part of a harness that goes on a horse. And of course, obviously, in the olden days, they used to use cart horses to do all the ploughing and everything. So these apparently come off the harnesses. As you can see, it's got like 4 studs at the back. So whether it was clamped on, glued on, I don't know. I don't think I glued back then. But anyway, yeah. So I believe that's what they are. I believe they're copper, which could explain the random numbers. But it had me a merry dance. It really did. I've been going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And because it was giving me so many different signals, I half expected it, in fact I haven't checked yet, half expected it to be several different things. But let's have a look. No, I don't think so, no. Oh, hang on. 29. So just faking it. This is what I mean. Sometimes you think, oh, it's 29 there, I'll go and dig it, and then suddenly it disappears. But you've got to think, you know, things could be on their side, so you might not get such a good signal. If this was in the ground, for example, and it was like that, so this is the top of the earth, and it was like that, then obviously you're not going to get the same signal, or not as strong a signal, if it was like that. Well, of course, not everything in the ground is lined up ready for us to find it. So that's a nice find. I like that. We have found a lot of horseshoes in this field, as we've already showed you. So, yeah, when you get a blast of the past and you think, God, you know, the amount of horse-related things we've got and the different sized shoes, some of them are pony, some are Shire horse, some are medieval, some are younger. It just brings all the history to the surface and you think, oh, that was at such and such a time. That was at such and such a time. Different times, different layers of soil. We don't know how many times this field's been ploughed. So, yeah, all that history. And we don't mind finding things that aren't of value. They are of value, historic value. Sorry, Pussy. Was me yakking on. They are of value because they're part of our history. And that's what's so lovely about metal detecting. You don't have to go and, you know, you're not going to find, well, not many people find, you know, a Saxon hoard of gold or, you know, tons of Roman coins or stuff like that. Some people do, and they're very lucky. In fact, the other day, there was a bloke, he'd only been detecting for about 6 months, and he found a hoard. Absolutely amazing. Worth loads of money. Obviously, when you do the permissions with your landowner, you sign a form and everything, and then it's in writing, so that if you did find something that was worth a lot of money, which a lot of things aren't, not monetary value, you take it off to a fines liaison officer, and they record it, note everything down, and then they, if they want it, if the museums want it, they then pay you for it, and you split the money with the landlord of the land. So, you know, we haven't found anything really expensive yet, but we found coins, but they're like not worth tuppence. Pardon the pun. They're not worth much. You know, but so we don't mind just getting the history bits like that, the buttons and even the handmade nails. It's nice when you do find something really interesting, like Jane's Victorian love knot. Amazing. I would love to find something like that. Perhaps I ought to ask St. Anthony to find me something in a minute. Yeah, Jane's found one. So if I ask St. Anthony, say, look, Jane's found one, can I please find one too? Then hopefully he'll come through. He usually does come through, I have to say. So, yeah, on we go. Okay, so I got a 13 signal, so I thought we'd do it together because it's not very deep. Percy's already found it. It's in this hole somewhere. It's 13, so I thought because it's a bit different, it's probably crud. Oh, where are you? Oh, it's like a tiny little nail. Oh, yeah. Crud. Yeah. It's a bit of ordinary. Well, never mind. Right, so I've just come along and I thought I'd turn Percy on and I hadn't. So I'm prodding along here thinking, well, it's got to be in this clod somewhere. And then I looked down and I saw that. See? Yep, there. I was poking me thing at it, wasn't doing anything. And then that's when I realised I didn't have Percy on. So now he's on. Another button. Can't see much on it at the moment. Like I say, I don't want to scrub it too much. But it's got a nice back on it. So we are finding so many bats in this field. It's incredible. I think it's the most we've ever found in one field. But we love them, like you know, so yeah. Really encouraging, that's brilliant. Okay, this was a strong 13, 15. I thought I'd bring you in because it's not far away. Oh, what's that? Oh, crud. Oh, well, that wasn't very suspenseful, was it? Bit of lead. The thing with lead is that you need to give it a good wash because you never know. Yeah, it almost looks like there could be some. See that very well. How the focus would be on here. Not very good. Anyway, there looks like there could be a pattern there. So what I'll do is I'll get home and clean it. Then it could be something quite interesting. I know it's not valuable, but it could be something quite interesting. We'll have to wait and see. Not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. It's such a strong signal, and I thought, yay! It could be something really nice. You know, something other than a button. I did ask Anthony if he could possibly give me a coin. So I'm hoping that he's gonna let me find one by the end of today. So, St. Anthony, please help me to find a coin before I go home. Thank you very much. See what happens. Right. Okay, so I had a very solid 10, 11. And because it was so solid, I thought, right, I'll give it a go. Stay, Percy. Oh, bless him. So anyway, as you can see, I've dug a rather large hole. And I thought I'm never going to get there. But that is what I found. Now, my first reaction was, oh, it's a bolt, you know. But, A, it's extremely shiny. It's not rusted at all or anything like that. And I have expected to see a hole. And there isn't a hole. It almost looks like something's been sheared off. Because we can see the angle there very well. It looks like something's been sheared off. But I couldn't believe how shiny it was. That's how it came out the ground. I mean, I'm still rubbing it. I think it must be, well, stainless steel, I suppose. But it was interesting that just the fact that it didn't have a back to it, I half expected a big hole. So that's what solid is quite heavy as well. That's what a solid 1011 looks like. So, getting used to the signals, but oh my God, that was deep. Still, I'm going to put it in my special pocket anyway for show and tell later. Have a word with Jane, see if she thinks, if she knows what it is. So yeah, I'm just going to check me hole. Oh God, right. Okay, so I've come over to the bank, and I know what you're going to say. There's barbed wire there, but I checked it first, and it wasn't affecting my machine. So I dug very, very deep, as you can see. Yeah, a bit like a badger. And it was going like, you can see, 32, 33, 35. And I thought, 31. I thought, do you know what? I haven't had a signal in the 30s properly today. So I thought it's worth a go. So I've just done it, and look what I found. Isn't she beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. That's the best buckle I've ever found. Could be brass, not sure. Could have come off a horse strappings or whatever. That would be a very big buckle for a person, because that's probably longer than my finger. So if I put it against Percy, you can probably see the size of it. There we go. Yeah, so rather big. I'm really chuffed with that. So if you get any signals which you think, it's a bit different, I might have a go. Have a go. Because you never know what you're going to find. And the funny thing is, this bit here is quite rusty. This bit isn't. Now, I don't know much about brass. I think brass has got copper in it. It looks like it's got green in it. So I think there's copper in it. But I don't know if copper would be strong enough for that. I'm not sure. If anybody knows what that is, I know it's a buckle, but you know what I mean. If it's for a horse, for cattle even, or whatever, that's what I think it's come from, a bridle or something like that, some sort of strapping for a thing. But oh, isn't that good? That is amazing. So pleased with that. Chuffed to nuts. I'm going to definitely dig 30s now, as long as there's a solid signal. So yeah, fantastic. Just strapped you in. Let's get my headphones on. So I was doing this, and it was a very strong 13. So I thought, I'll do it. You know, if it's a strong signal, it's worth doing, because you don't know what the ground's like sometimes when you go to the field, and it can make a lot of difference. So I had a very strong 13, and I wasn't sure if I was going to find anything, and I did. And look at this. Hang on. You know, the buttons I got yesterday were pretty boring. This one is really pretty. I don't know if you can actually see. Oh, I'll get the right size on it. Side. Yeah. I don't think it's copper. That's why I'm rubbing it. Now, do you remember we were saying that Jane lost a button yesterday? Well, that was in the other field, so it's not this one. But she found a very ornate one. And this one looks like it's got some kind of flower in the middle. I don't know if you can see very well. Do you see that? Or it could be. It almost looks like a double-sided button, doesn't it? Because the back almost looks like that's the bit you put your thread through. But this side, it's got a ring on it. So I imagine that would be that side. So this side's got a little bit more detail on it. So I can't wait to clean this one up. So I'll show you in the show and tell and go from there. But yeah, pleased with that. So I'll carry on this side of the field, I think. Give it another go, because there was obviously life here. I just cannot believe the amount of buttons we've got out of this field. It's incredible. We could start our own haberdashery, I reckon. Anyway, onward. Slow and low, baby. Slow and low. Come on. Where are you? Okay, so this is a 13, 14, 15. I can't remember how deep it said it was. So it's being the long grass, didn't it? But hey ho. It's actually quite nice when it's grassy, because it's easier to dig, to be honestly. Because the other stuff's so sticky. Right, go. Let's have a looky see. Let's have a looky see. Oh, straight on it. That's what I like. Ah, is that crud? I should have bought me a little shovel, shouldn't I? Okay, then yeah. All right, baby. All right, purse. Is it Crud? I think it's Crud. Yeah. Gert spanner, look. Gert spanner. That was giving me 14, 15, 16, so... And I tend to find a lot of really good stuff on a 15. You know, the brooches, well, not that bad, that many brooches, but, you know, the buckles and the, yeah, the buttons, sorry. Sorry about my brain. Yeah, so, it just goes to show you still find the crud, even on a 15, which is really annoying. But at least I didn't dig too far. It's a nice plug. Right, just find another half a horseshoe. Not sure what era that's from. I'm not sure if it is medieval, I think. Because the medieval ones are usually thicker here. So it might be more modern. Quite thin though. But yeah, I don't mind a bit of a horseshoe. Alright, so I dug this hole on a 1314, 1314, 1314, so it was quite good. And I got so excited because I saw that. Now the back looks like it could be a coin. The front just looks too shiny. So I was looking forward to having a coin, because I did ask St. Anthony for a coin today. Well, I could be wrong, but I don't think it is. Could be an old button, actually. There is a little knob there, isn't there? Yeah, so it could be a button. Just a very, very shiny one. So you can imagine how what I thought when I saw that little bit there poking out. I was so excited. So anyway, if it's a button, that's fine. See how it cleans up. Okay, about 6 feet away from that other button. Might be exaggerating. Might be about 10 feet, to be honest. I had a 16, 17. And it was very strong. So I thought, well, you know, it was about 4 deep. Didn't look that deep, actually. And I've just found what I think is another button. Oh, I don't know. Could be a coin. Could be a coin. So I've got what I thought initially, in fact, it still could be a coin. It's very shiny on that side. And then on the other side, it might have something more on it. But until I clean it up, I can't tell. But it could have been also, I don't know if you can see that little dot in the middle. I know there's not actually a loop there now, but there could have been. In other words, it could be a button. And just a very shiny one. But it looks like there's a bit of a pattern on there. But I don't think I can get you to, if it'll focus. No, it won't. It's a shame. No. I'll have to show you when I've cleaned it up. Okie dokes. I was getting so excited. I had a 32, 33, 34. I think it was constant. 32, 33, 34. I thought, brilliant. I haven't had one like that for a long time. Apart from the 31 that I got over the other side yesterday. And that was all it was. I think they're just, you know, something off. Sure. You know. I don't know for sure, but I presume that's what it is. I presume it's copper. That's all brass. That was why it was giving me the same signal as I had for that big buckle I got yesterday. So yeah, still nice, but I don't know. I wasn't this excited. I thought it might be another big buckle. But I did find in amongst this hole a tiny bit of blue and white porcelain. And I was only saying to Jane yesterday, isn't it funny how we haven't found any pottery? We've got all these buttons showing that, all these buttons that show people living here, but no china, no pottery, nothing, which is very, very unusual, wouldn't it, you'd think? Unless it was just literally farm workers' buttons that we're finding, you know? A lot of things were buttoned up in those days. They didn't have zips, did they? They had like button trousers, button everything. So it could just be that, you know, that it's, it was farm workers. Yeah, it's a shame because I thought we'd find some nice pottery, but we haven't. So keep digging, just to show you that this is the signal I was getting. Okay, right, 6, 7, 3, 5, 2, 18. There you go, 18. Okay, 7, back to 4, 7, 6, whatever. So this is what all those signals adds up to. A nail. There you go. Tiny, snotty little bit of nail. And it made me dig a hole that big. So, nightmare. Okay, it's nearly time to go home now. And I just had a quite strong 13-14 and I found the button. It was very hard to find actually because it was a lot of mud. It's a 4-hole one, I believe. Yeah, do you see the 4 holes? So it's a 4-hole one, so I think it's more modern. I need to look it up. That. I can't really see if there's much of a pattern that side. There's obviously a little ridge there, you can see. But I'll wash it off, well, brush it off gently, and then see what it is. So it's a nice one to go home with. So it's 2 buttons in the last 2 holes. It's got to be a record. Like I said, I keep saying it, but how there's so many buttons in here. It's amazing. Amazing. So yeah, I love me buttons, as you know, so I'm happy bunny. Okay, end of a lovely day. Jane's going out for a roast tonight, so we're going to go finish early. So we've had a lovely day. Really nice. So, still got a little bit more to do in this field. We were hoping to get it finished before the end of the weekend, but it's certainly given us a lot, this field. So we're going to go over now and see what Jane's found and do our little show and tell. See you in a minute. Okay, so I'm just doing a little show and tell from Simon's Field Revisited. And like I said, we did have a lot of buttons from this area. So I thought I'd just talk you through a few. These ones here that have got the rings are the earliest, around 1730. And then as they gradually, I'm not sure about this one because it's got like a line on it rather than a thing. Something must have snapped off. Not sure what this is. Where are we? Where's my camera? It looks a bit like a coin. Can't see anything on there at all for that one. The usual horseshoes. These are obviously more modern, these ones. This one's snapped off. But all these with the rings have actually got a lot of age to them. This, we think, was taken from a horse's, what do you call it, thing that goes around the neck. And I had to put this in here because I said to Jane the other day, I'm amazed that we haven't found any pottery. And the last time I went, I found that little bit of pottery. It was so sweet, so I kept it there. Because that's obviously treasure. This, I believe, I think, was a knife. I think either the wooden bit or the handle was there, and that was the knife. Or it could be something else. I mean, I haven't got a clue, really. We don't know, do we? The star of the show was the big buckle. Look at that beast. He's huge. Obviously, the this bit is just ordinary metal, just iron. And this, I think, is brass. Because I think brass has got copper in it. Shoot me if I'm wrong. But yeah, that came out a beauty. That I put in there because it's actually made of wood, but I was intrigued as to what it was. That has got to be the biggest, biggest nail we've got so far. It's absolutely huge. This, I haven't got a clue what that is. That, I think, is a shotgun cartridge. But in one of the button books, there were actually buttons that looked a bit like that. So I think that's a cartridge, so... But then it hasn't got your writing around it. That is just a lovely... When it came out so shiny, I was really pleased with it. But it's actually a sheared off bolt. So not very exciting. Loads of lead. That's probably the biggest bit of lead that we've had. And they say that if where there's lead, there's Romans. But we haven't found anything Roman that we know of yet, anyway. This is just a bit of shrapnel. It's just a bit of copper and aluminium. Well, copper, I think it is. Not copper, what I'm on about. Aluminium. And then there's some copper rings. I mean, I'd like to say they're rings, but I think they're just washers. Nothing exciting. So yeah, that's just from this last week. So, yeah, I think it's about a week. So there's a lot of buttons to find in a week. And I'm so pleased that there's a lot of history to them. Did find a few more bits and bobs. I mean, there's a bit of aluminium over there as well, but I just couldn't bother to put that on there. So, yeah, some good finds. But I think, you know, I love the buttons, love them to death. But that buckle came out beautiful. I mean, as soon as you get them out the ground, they start losing their shine, unfortunately. I don't want to clean it with an ordinary copper cleaner because I don't know if I'm ruining it or not. So I'll keep it as it is for the time being and then see what we can do. So that's just, I just thought I'd share these few things with you just because I found out about the buttons coming from about 1730, which I thought might interest people. These are obviously a lot more modern here. Diddly-do. And there's, I think it goes up in age the more these circles are actually part of the metal and aren't just added on. I mean, this one's a definite add-on. So I think that is definitely 1730-ish. Can you see it's just a beautiful little tiny little ring that's been put on there. Lovely. You wouldn't think it would have survived the years of ploughing and stuff. This one a bit treed about. Is it this one? Oh no, not that one. Which one was it I was intrigued? Oh, this one. As so far, I haven't found anything yet about it. You can see it's got the ring there, but it's the way it's got that dip. And then on the other side, you've got, it looks a bit like a compass. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure what that is. Can't see much on it. Get a bit of light on it. Yeah. So anyway, nice little show and tell. So I'll put Jane's on as well on the end of this video. So yeah, sweet.
Digging!